US President-elect Donald Trump has claimed that Mexico has agreed to stop migration, effectively closing the southern border.
This statement came after Trump talked to Mexican President. However, Sheinbaum said that the pair had discussed migration strategy but made no reference to closing the border. This call came hours after Sheinbaum rebuked Trump's plan to impose a 25% tariff on Mexican imports. Our next report brings you more on this.
The diplomatic tug-of-war erupts as Mexico prepares to unleash economic retaliation against Donald Trump's trade assault. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum stands defiant, promising a swift and calculated response to Trump's proposed 25% import tariffs.
We are not only looking to the north, but also to the south and the European continent, but particularly to the south with our brother countries. So that's why I tell you that there is a Mexico plan.
Trump's proposed tariffs aimed at curbing migration and drug trafficking represent a dangerous escalation that could unravel the delicate economic fabric binding the two nations. Mexico, the United States' top trading partner, generating 15.8% of total bilateral trade, faces a potential economic problem that threatens to disrupt decades of integrated economic cooperation.
Now that President Trump is coming into power, things are going to change a little bit. But we hope everything stays the same.
We are very worried because the border cities have been losing a lot of competitiveness. The rhetoric by United States President-elect Donald Trump demonizes the US-Mexican border. We think there should be a joint effort. There should be more work between both governments, the United States and Mexico.
Trump's stance threatens to violate the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, a trade deal negotiated during his previous administration. With such steep tariffs, US companies importing Mexican goods would undoubtedly have to raise their prices. That could end up costing Trump politically, given the role consumer prices played in his election win.
So we have this market, and then we have two restaurants as well. But we import a lot of our goods. I would say about 40% of what we sell and what we use in our dishes. So that tariff would really hurt us.
Things are already expensive in Los Angeles, and they keep going up. But if the store owner is going to pay the tariffs and things will stay the same, it won't impact me.
Trump continues to double down on hardline immigration policies. He promises to declare a national emergency on border security and empower a new border czar to carry out mass deportations. Mexico, however, stands firm, preparing its own economic countermeasures. With trade, migration and ties hanging in the balance, the coming weeks may define relations between the US and its southern neighbor for years to come. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
And for more on this, the correspondent Susan Tehrani has sent us this report from New York. Listen to this.
Donald Trump's latest tariff proposals aim to curb reliance on foreign goods and boost American manufacturing. But are they practical or just part of a political narrative? Well, in terms of feasibility, broad tariffs could trigger trade wars, disrupt global supply chains, and even violate international trade rules. The ripple effects aren't easy to manage. For consumers, tariffs usually mean higher prices on goods like electronics and groceries, fewer product options, and rising inflation that squeezes household budgets. Now, what does the U.S. gain or lose? Tariffs might protect specific industries and generate government revenue, but retaliatory tariffs could harm U.S. exporters, and businesses reliant on imports could face higher costs, leading to potential layoffs. Speaking of layoffs on jobs, tariffs might help some manufacturing sectors, but hurt others. Rising costs could lead to job cuts, particularly in industries that depend on global supply chains. Economically, they're tough to sustain without significant downsides. However, politically, they're a powerful message. Trump's tariff war positions him as tough on foreign competition, appealing to those voters who feel left behind by globalization, even if the long-term economic benefits remain uncertain. Ultimately, the real question, do the risks outweigh the rewards? Only time will tell. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.